Let me introduce you to Katelyn Rose Foster, a student at Fossil Ridge High School. High school is a whirlwind, hallways, bells, homework, and figuring out who you are. Katelyn walks those same halls as everyone else, but she has a secret superpower. She finds magic in the everyday. Fossil Ridge is a typical school. Big lawn, sports field, students rushing everywhere. Most people just try to get through the day, but Katelyn sees things differently. She notices the small moments. A teacher's hello, sunlight in the library, a laugh with a friend. These little things are what make up real happiness. Katelyn is a happiness detective, always searching for these tiny wonders. As we follow her, watch how she finds joy, not because her life is perfect, but because she chooses to look for the good. Everyone has tough days, but Katelyn focuses on the beauty in simple things. That's something we can all learn from. Even in a crowded hallway, there's a bit of wonder waiting for you. Katelyn reminds us that happiness is built from small, everyday moments. She doesn't wait for big events to feel joy. Instead, she creates it, one little moment at a time. Her story is about seeing the world with fresh eyes. It's about choosing to notice what others miss. And maybe, just maybe, it's about finding your own magic in the ordinary. Let's see how she does it. One afternoon after the last bell, Katelyn wandered by the soccer field. Most students rushed home, but she noticed a patch of wildflowers by the fence, tiny daisies and purple blooms. She knelt down, gently touching the petals, savoring a quiet moment. With care, she picked a few flowers and wove them into a simple wild crown. It wasn't perfect, but it was beautiful because she made it herself. Just then, a nervous freshman passed by, looking overwhelmed. Katelyn smiled and offered her the flower crown. "Here, I think this belongs to you today," she said. The girl's eyes lit up as she placed the crown on her head. For a moment, she wasn't just a nervous freshman, she was someone special. They didn't know each other, but they shared a spark of happiness. A simple act of kindness changed the girl's day. That's the magic Katelyn brings, turning ordinary moments into something memorable. It's proof that small gestures can have a big impact. You never know how much a little kindness can mean. Katelyn's flower crown was more than just flowers. It was a gift of joy, and that's a superpower anyone can have. All it takes is noticing and sharing a little bit of magic. On another day, Katelyn sat on a grassy hill dotted with dandelions. The yellow blooms had turned into fluffy white puffballs, tiny parachutes ready for the wind. Most people see weeds, but Katelyn saw wishes waiting to fly. She picked a dandelion, closed her eyes, and thought of small hopes, a friend's good test, a sunny weekend, her family's happiness. With a gentle breath, she sent the seeds and her wishes into the breeze. Watching them float away, she felt a sense of possibility. For Katelyn, it wasn't about whether wishes came true, but about having hope and letting go. She trusted her dreams to the wind, believing they'd find a place to grow. That simple act made her feel powerful. Dreams don't have to be loud. Sometimes the quietest ones are the strongest. On that hill, Katelyn found hope in the smallest things. She teaches us that letting go is part of dreaming. You can't control where every seed lands, but you can have the courage to send them out. Even a dandelion can remind you that hope is always within reach. Sometimes the most meaningful moments are the quietest, and sometimes a wish on the wind is all you need. Katelyn's secret? She practices happiness every day. It's not about waiting for something big to happen. It's about choosing to notice the good in the small moments. Making a flower crown wasn't about the crown. It was about the sun, the petals, and the joy of creating. The happiness was in the process, not just the result. The same goes for her dandelion wish. The joy was in the act of wishing. These moments don't cost anything and don't need anyone's permission. They're little pockets of joy, always available if you look for them. Katelyn doesn't stumble on happiness by accident. She creates it. She sees flowers and thinks, I can make something. She sees a dandelion and thinks, I can make a wish. She's an active participant in her own happiness. That's what makes her inspiring. We all have the power to bring more joy into our lives. Start by paying attention to the little things. Give yourself permission to play, create, and wonder. That's where happiness begins. Katelyn's magic is seeing beauty where others don't. At school, most see flaws, cracked pavement, old lockers. Katelyn sees morning light casting long shadows, dew on a spider web, moss on a brick wall. She finds beauty in details others overlook. When you look for beauty, you find it everywhere. A puddle becomes a mirror. The school band's music becomes a soundtrack of creativity. Even peeling paint can look like art. Katelyn sees the kindness in people too. The cafeteria lady's smile, a classmate's focus, someone's unique style. She connects with people by seeing their light. Her daily walk is an adventure, a treasure hunt for beautiful moments. Anyone can do this. Just adjust your focus. Decide to look for beauty, and you'll be amazed at what you find. The world is full of wonder if you choose to see it. Start your own treasure hunt today. Katelyn's story isn't just something to hear, it's an invitation. Think about your own routine. Where can you find your flower crown moment? Maybe it's listening to your favorite song or savoring your morning coffee. Maybe it's pausing to watch the clouds for a minute. Find a small act that brings you back to the present. What about your dandelion wish? You don't need a dandelion. Write your hopes down, whisper them to a pet, or just think them as the sun sets. The important thing is to acknowledge your dreams. Start small. Notice one beautiful thing on your way to school or work. Tomorrow, notice two. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Soon, you'll see your world in a brighter light, just like Katelyn. Be a happiness detective. Look for clues. Find evidence of joy. Don't just watch, create joy too. Share a smile, give a compliment, do something kind for no reason. You have the power to find happiness for yourself and create it for others. Your turn. Go find the joy. It's out there waiting for you. Start today. Katelyn's journey is about more than grades or popularity. It's about learning how to live. Happiness is your own responsibility, built from small, beautiful moments. You don't need to wait for life to be perfect to find joy. Joy is hidden in the ordinary. Wildflowers, dandelions, shared smiles. Hope, like a flower, needs a little light to grow. Katelyn shows us how to be our own sunshine. Her hope is strong, rooted in everyday truths. The sun will rise, flowers will grow, and kindness can change a day. Hope is a choice we can make every morning. Be unapologetically you. Make a flower crown, make a wish. Don't worry what others think. Your joy and hope are yours alone. Embrace what makes you happy, no matter how small. Let Katelyn's story plant a seed of hope in your heart. There's magic in the mundane, beauty in the simple, and power in the small. That's where the most beautiful journey begins.